What you taking a picture of?
Did you go to heaven while we've been gone? While you've been gone? Huh? Yes? For a little while? I don't know. She slept most of the time, but I knew she knew I was there. It was fine. I was okay with that.
You think she held on as long as she did for us?
Yeah, she did.
Who knows what caused the seizures? You could say the multiple sclerosis, but what does that even tell you? It's just a term. Does it... Of course it means something, but is that all that's really going on? I always wondered what it was underneath everything that had a hand in her getting sick. I wondered if all the worrying that she did and all the time she spent in her head kept her from feeling her own heartbeat, kept her from feeling indications that her body gave her that all was not okay. She was notorious for worrying about everyone else, to the point that maybe we lost her too soon.
I don't know. She slept most of the time, but I knew she knew I was there. It was fine. I was okay with that. She knew somewhere deep down, she knew that. I knew that. I knew something was going to happen. I used to have dreams about it all the time. I would dream that I would come home and she would be on the floor and, you know, she had seized to death or something had happened. And when I would drive home every day, I would have this pit, you know, this knot in my stomach, wondering if when I get home, is she going to be okay? And it lasted for a long time. 5 or 6 years it felt that way. Every day I would come home, unless you guys were home, the kids were home, I would feel that that was going to happen. And it did twice. So I guess my dream came true.
We would all agree that times were really hard, but they weren't without their humor. Why are you flipping me off? Talking about me, you're flipping me off with your middle finger. Going about normal life seemed perverse and strange. Even little things like brushing teeth or going to school. But life had to go on, and sometimes I regretted that I spent so much time away from her.
Look to the left.
Got it.
Especially before she got really sick.
Okay.
This had happened 10 years before, so all of us were hoping that, like last time, even though the recovery would be difficult, she would ultimately pull through and have a chance to be healthy again. But it wouldn't be the case this time.
Scratch. What
She
we
was
need
at
is
Sligo
cheering.
Memorial Hospital, where she underwent rehab but was ultimately still having what they call petit mal seizures, which are bizarre behavior, lots of repetition of speech, twitching, looking up at nothing, sometimes being completely unresponsive. She would have some good days, but she would have days right after that told us that something strange was still going on. Eventually, we brought her to Ochsner Medical Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. I thought it was a good step. I thought, well, she'll be in the city now. She'll be under the care of experts. But because we didn't get the result that we really wanted, because she only seemed to get worse, her seizures were of a kind that conventional means couldn't stop.
Really
She
call the
had
doctor.
been
She
on
can't be
medications
doing
for
this.
it for
She's gonna
10 years
She's gonna have
almost.
some major brain damage.
But when they tried to bring her out of the first medically induced coma on this occasion, she seemed to be in a vegetative state. Because she had been on a vent for so long, they inserted a trach and a feeding tube, and having done that, said, "Where do you want us to take her?" We thought for sure that she was going to die. That's what we were told. It was so weird. It was like she was somewhere between being dead and alive. We brought her home for hospice care, and after a week, she woke up.